Nolan Cole, joined by Aaron Turnbull, who's a dirt track racer. He's from Estevan. Aaron, thanks for doing this. Why don't we just start with your most recent event there in the U.S.? Tell me about your most recent competition.
So we went to Boone, Iowa for what they call the Super Nationals. I was running a IMCA modified, and it's a pretty big event. We were there for basically a week. We ran what they called prelude on the Saturday before, and kind of got some experience in the car, and then started qualifying on Wednesday last week, and then finished on Saturday. So.
And you had a fourth place finish, so obviously a successful event for you.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. The car was working really good. It's almost makes me want more now that you get that close, and just a few little tweaks here and there. Maybe we could have advanced a little further, but when you look at the lineup and you see you're starting 11th and everybody behind you is extremely fast, it's like, man, I hope I don't go backwards or something. So we went forward, and it was good to kind of put it in the top four there, and yeah, it was a really good result for us.
Aaron, just tell me a little more about this event. Like, is this the best racers from across the U.S.?
Yeah, as far as IMCA modifieds, basically all the top guys would be there for that class. So there's like a little over 250 cars, I guess. So just making it into the 33 car A main is pretty tough when there's that many cars. You need a little bit of luck on your side, and you kind of draw out of a hat for your starting spot in the heat race, and you get basically one night that you get to draw a number from 1 to 100, and you pretty much got to take advantage of that one, because if you don't, it's going to be extremely tough to make it up front in your heat race when you start at the back, because most of the time there's going to be several other good cars in it. So the heats are only 8 laps long, and if you don't start up front, it's pretty tough. So was able to Wednesday night we started at the back and kind of went forward, got up to 4th in the heat race, but that just put me in a B main. And Thursday got a better draw, start up front, won the heat, and started 11th in the feature, and car was just working awesome. Got up to 2nd there, and probably could have won it, but had some motor trouble, so I was just happy to finish.
Hey, Aaron, take me back maybe earlier in your life. I know you grew up here in Estevan, obviously racing here at the Speedway, just outside of town. What made you get into it off the start?
My dad, I guess, he's raced for, I don't know, probably close to 40 years now. And so we got a car when I was 14 and started in the hobby stocks here in Estevan, and ran in Minot quite a bit too, in Williston, and moved into the modifieds when I was 16, and I'm 35 now, so been doing it for a while. I don't own a modified of my own anymore. I just have a late model, and my son has a slingshot, but still been driving modifieds for other guys a little bit here the last few years.
You mentioned your dad raced, your son races, and you've got a brother who competes as well, right? So it's a family affair, it seems like.
Yeah. My daughter actually ran a race here, the last one in Estevan too. So yeah, there's we got quite a few cars out here.
Hey, with all that experience you have, Aaron, what would you say makes a good dirt track racer?
A lot of it just takes experience. There's a lot of elements to it, but some guys start out and they think they're going to figure it out in a year or two, and like I've been doing it 22 years, so I wasn't that great my first couple of years, but my dad helped me a lot, and just getting seat time and getting experience is kind of the biggest thing that helps. And having good people helping you. We've had several different car builders over the years, and those guys always help us a lot, making sure our car's working good. It's a combination of both car and driver, so if you don't have the car, you're going to be behind, and if you don't have enough experience and a good enough driver, then the best car can still, not perform to its capabilities.
How dangerous is the sport, Aaron?
I would say there's more danger driving to the racetrack than there is on the racetrack. So we run so much safety equipment that it's a pretty safe sport. I would say there's a lot of other sports that are a lot more dangerous than racing. So we're strapped in good. We got a head and neck restraints. We got fire retardant suits, and we're pretty safe in there with the roll cage and everything.
Have you ever had any close calls, or what's maybe some of the more scary incidents you've been in?
Knock on wood, I haven't been in anything too terrible. I've had a couple pretty good hits in the past, and one of them I hadn't invested in a good neck restraint yet, and that made me open my eyes and get a good, what they call the Hans device. So that's you can't put a price tag on that stuff. That's your life. So if you don't have the proper safety equipment, you're just putting yourself at risk. So that's definitely major.
Aaron Turnbull is our guest on DiscoverEstevan 1v1. Aaron, a couple more for you. Obviously, you're from here. You raced at the Speedway here in town. The Estevan Speedway is a pretty underrated spot, right? I mean, I think it has pretty good reputation, and obviously a lot of events throughout the season.
Yeah, it's a hidden gem here in southern Saskatchewan. People that I talk to that have never been there, it's crazy that they don't know we have such a high quality facility out here, and we get racers coming from all ends of the United States and even Canada, and they always have nothing but huge compliments for us. So we have an amazing facility here, and we have great volunteers that keep up with it every year, and it's pretty awesome to have it right in our backyard here.
Do you have any other races coming up in the near future?
Right now, I don't have any plans for the rest of the year. We'll see how it goes, I guess, with weather and stuff. Right now, the weather's kind of iffy this time of year, so there probably is one or two that we could make it to, but as of right now, no for sure plans.
Right, and the last one for you, Aaron, maybe longer term, what else do you hope to accomplish in the sport in terms of your future goals?
I don't know. I'm probably almost getting, I don't want to say to the end of my career, but my son is really getting going good, and he's probably going to want to do more and more here once he's 10 now as of today. And once he turns 14, I'm sure he's going to want to get in a full-size car. So we'll see what happens, I guess. Maybe me and him will race against each other for a few years, but myself, I don't know. I can't complain about my career so far. When you go and finish fourth at Super Nationals, though, it kind of makes you want to take a little more time and get to know the car better, and maybe we could step it up 3 more notches. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. Can't complain.
Just think of other sports, hockey and football. When you hit your 30s, it's kind of a bit of a shelf life, right? I mean, do racers have a shelf life too? Is it a young man's sport, would you say?
No, not at all. My dad is almost 65, and he's still winning races, and there's other guys that race in North Dakota that are high 60s and 70s, and they're still winning races all the time. So it's definitely it's different than any other sport where you can have a 16-year-old lining up against a 70-year-old, and it's that's just normal in racing. So I wouldn't say it's totally a young man's game at all.
All right. Well, you still have a lot of years left then.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
All right, Aaron. Well, that was great. Thanks for joining me today, and best of luck with everything in the future.
Yep. Thanks a lot for your time.